Hi guys, welcome back to Florida Fun and Food. My name is Lauren and today we're going to do a very simple Cricut project that is going to make my soap containers in my kitchen so cute. We're going to make these adorable labels in about 5 minutes and just give our kitchen a little bit more character. Let's go. So the first thing we want to do is pick our font and get our text written. So I'm going to select the text tool and type in what I want it to say. And then I'm going to move this to the side so that I can kind of see the fonts that I am picking and how it looks with the word. And I saved one in my bookmark section just for this project because I wanted it to look kind of farmhousey. Oh, love it. Okay, so here's dishes. I'm going to copy and paste it to make the exact same thing and say hands. Now, the surface of my bottle is only 1.5 inches wide, so I think I'm going to make these 1.25 inches wide, or in height here, because they're going to go sideways. Oops, 2.5. That way they'll fit on the bottle without anything hanging over. So now I want to kind of warp them a little bit because I want them spread out, I think. So I'm going to select both of them and combine them with a weld. That way they're no longer a font, they are an image, and then I can stretch the font. Let's see if I like this or not. Just a little bit wider. Maybe I'll do like 4 inches. Oops, 4 inches. There. That way it's just a little bit longer, and I like the spacing of that. So these are done and ready to make, so we're going to click Make It. And they're just going to be where they're going to be. I like to move them over and down a little bit just because I always put tape on my edges here, and I don't like it when the blade cuts into the tape because then it doesn't cut the vinyl very well. So we don't need to mirror this because this is regular vinyl. We're not ironing it on, and it is ready to go. So we're going to hit continue. And I'm just using plain old vinyl, so I'll select my material as vinyl. I have the correct blade put in, and I'm going to go ahead and press this fast mode button so that once I load my mat, it'll just go a little faster. So let's go load it. I have this kind of shimmery white vinyl that I'm going to use just because I bought it off Amazon, and it's not one of my favorites. It doesn't work quite as well as the other brands like the Cricut brand or the used to be called Paper Studio. Now I think it's called 405 brand, but this will work for what I'm using it for. Here are my 2 bottles. So let's get this loaded onto our mat. So we'll take our sticky cover off, and we're just going to lay a layer down. We're putting this shimmer side up because we are not ironing, so we don't need to put it upside down. So let's get this nice and flattened here. And I'm not going to cut this yet. I'm just going to let it hang. And I like to add some masking tape around the edges just so that it doesn't, peel up. These sticky mats do lose their stickiness after a while, so this just kind of helps keep everything in place so you don't waste vinyl and have to restart your project. All right, we're going to load our mat, putting it underneath our guides here. Make sure both corners are under the guide. And that one in Cricut, I can tell that it's already coming up, so I'm going to take it out. Okay, I had to take some tape off because I had my tape wrinkled up underneath, and that's why it was going crooked. And once our Cricut button starts flashing, we can click it and it will get started. Now that our cut is complete, we're going to click our arrow button to release it. And now it's time to weed this. All right, let's remove our tape, and then we'll peel off our vinyl. And I'm going to cut out just right around the letters here. It's hard to see on camera. It's hard to see in real life too, but we'll just cut what we need so we don't waste anything. And I like to stick my vinyl back down onto the sticky mat to weed it. It just kind of helps hold it in place. And then I can just kind of start peeling away all the excess vinyl. And if I remember right, this is why I don't like this vinyl, because it doesn't weed very well. Yeah, that's why I don't like it. So we're going to have to kind of go carefully with this, but we'll get there. So I like to go from a corner and just slowly kind of push and peel. Sometimes you have to kind of use a tool to hold part of it down. There we go. Now, this is how much you kind of waste. I could have put these closer together, and I probably should have, but using vinyl definitely is pretty wasteful for your material, and it's really expensive material for what it is. So, you know, try to use it as sparingly as possible. You know, get it as close as you can to each other. We're just going to do what we got. Like I said, I don't like this vinyl very much, so I'm not too worried about running out of it. So now I need to go in and weed all of the pieces out that don't belong. All right, we have our weeding done. Okay, so I just have a piece of transfer tape, just a scrap I had left over from another project. You can buy it gridded or not gridded. I like the grid because I can kind of line it up with my letters. So I like to go right across the bottom, so I know that they're going to be nice and straight when I transfer them. And then I use this roller just to really make sure the vinyl sticks to the transfer paper and peels off of the backing. Sometimes that doesn't do the trick, and so I use the handle of my scissors like this to really get it stuck, because ideally, now when I pull the transfer paper off, the letters should come with it. And see, my E and my S did not. So I'm just going to lay my paper back down. Really get in there and get it stuck. Sometimes you need to use, you know, your finger, your fingernail. Now they're peeling off. Let's make sure the rest of, oh, the S on hands did not. So we need to re-stick that. And there we go. So there's nothing left here, and it's all on our transfer paper. So now to make this easier, I'm just going to cut it. So now we don't need this backing or this backing. I'm going to put my cover back on my mat, so no more dog hair gets stuck to it. I already have a bunch on there. Thank you, Bruno. And now it's time to get our labels on. So this is my hand soap. And I didn't think this through because I have white hand soap right now, but normally I have, you know, clear or like a, you know, a tinted clear, but I think this will still show up. So I'm going to just lay this where I think it is centered. I could get out my, you know, measuring tools, but I'm not going to. I think that looks about good. And now the process starts over. We have to make sure every single piece of that vinyl is now stuck to our bottle. And I did kind of wipe these bottles with some rubbing alcohol just to make sure there was nothing, you know, that was going to prevent our vinyl from sticking. Just make sure you have a clean surface, a clean dry surface. All right, and then again, I'm just going to peel from a corner, and I like to kind of fold it because it helps me push it down. And once I see that they are sticking, I continue. See, the D did not stick there. Let's try again. Still doing it. So that's when we get in with our fingernail and really get it stuck down. And I'm gonna, there we go. See, as I folded my transfer paper, it just helped kind of stick it. Okay. And now we have this adorable label. It's hard to see on this white one, but I love this. I think it's so cute. So let's do our dishes one. I think that looks pretty good. Put it up next to here. I like it. All right, stick it down. This is such a quick and easy project, and it's just gonna make my kitchen feel so much cuter. You know, it's the little things that make me happy. Ignore my mess in the background, but look how cute that is. I love this. And once I get non-white soap, it'll look even better. All right, here are our final products. They turned out so cute. I love them. I'm so excited to put them in my kitchen. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and head over to my channel to subscribe for more content like this. And I hope to see you again very soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.